I walked through 15 minutes of pouring rain this morning just to go to the gym and to hit legs. And I didn't want to walk in the rain. I didn't want to hit legs. I don't like training legs. It's uncomfortable. It's brutal, but I went anyways, and I went and I hit failure on the leg press, and you're going to see that in a minute. But my point is, this is what separates the guys who build more muscle and the guys who don't. Cuz here is the lesson with mindset. It's not about the walking through the rain. That's not the lesson here. It's about embracing the discomfort and embracing the pain and pushing yourself past it. And most guys just don't get there. The lesson here is that some guys are willing to just avoid the pain. There was someone else that was, so this was me and my training partner that hit legs today. We had another guy that was going to come with us, but he didn't want to hit legs. He went later by himself to go hit back because some guys don't want to go through the pain. And so the lesson is that if the mindset that's going to kill you is if you're too scared to go that far, if you're too scared to go into the pain zone. And by pain, I don't like you shouldn't have pain because you're doing the form wrong. You shouldn't have pain because of some other thing other that's not pushing yourself to failure. It's the mental pain, it's the soreness, it's your legs being on fire. And so like this next set of leg press you're gonna see, we put all the 25 kilo plates onto the leg press that we could and started just pushing. It's going there, and then you'll see at the end of this leg press set that I go all the way to failure. I muted this audio, but I'm literally yelling, like breathing extremely hard and grunting. People are too scared to be judged. So, oh, I don't want to go to failure. Because then I end up like, grunting. Like, what? You are a loser, and this is why you're still small. Because some of you guys are too scared about, oh, but how are they going to see me? Like, how are they going to look at me when I'm when I'm squatting and I drop the bar onto the floor and all the weight slam? Like, who cares? You're in the gym. Some of you guys go to the gym and just want to look nice and get a little reps. Because this is what happens. This is what happens with most guys. They go into the gym, they get their newbie gains, because like I said, you can basically do anything to get newbie gains. You can do like PPL 6 days a week, you can do bro split, like you can do whatever you want to get newbie gains. And eventually you're gonna plateau and you're gonna become a lifelong intermediate. And that is the problem, is because you don't know how to push yourself. You'll get muscle mass with some moderate intensity. Yes, you will. But eventually you're going to plateau, and that's what happened to me. I don't want you to waste 5 years in the gym when you could have been doing far, far, or you could have gained far more in far less time than I did. Like this past year and a half is when I built the most muscle, even though I was 4.5 years in. I built the most muscle in year five. And the reason why is because I actually trained my mind to go past failure. Like this exercise that I'm doing right now, it is literally one rep of a static hold on the leg extension. It is brutal. I challenge anyone to go and do it. Literally just go and do it. Oh, but the rep range is like, shut up. Just go do it. This is what Mike Mentzer advocated for some of you guys who don't know who that is or why I'm doing this exercise, is something he says to build like that negative strength. So I just like doing it also just for the mental challenge. But some of you guys are just not training past failure or training to failure in the first place. Like, oh, but the studies say I need to leave RIR, which like reps in reserve. Just like this is why you're a lifelong intermediate, and this is why you have all this knowledge, but you can't do anything with it. And I feel bad for you because that's how I was. I knew so much about lifting. I knew so much about bodybuilding, but I didn't have the attitude for it. I didn't have the mindset for it. And that's why I just had muscle mass, but I didn't have the size to match it. I didn't have the impressiveness to match it. Like early of spring of last year, like 2024 is when I decided to go on a year-long bulk because I realized I have all this muscle definition, but I'm still 140 pounds. And that's what some of you guys look like because you're not willing to train to maximum intensity. You're not willing to train to failure because you'd rather do, well, oh, but the routine says 3 sets of 12. You're small. You're small. Like, you're not even 150 pounds. And so that's my gripe. That is my issue. And that is what I think most people will fall into the trap of with their mindset, is that eventually it gets to a point. You build muscle and then you eventually just plateau, and the people are like, well, why am I plateauing? Because you're not pushing yourself further. You're not lifting heavier weight. If you're not willing to embrace that discomfort, embrace that pain, and you don't have to go full David Goggins or like full like 50 sets of 100 reps and stuff like that. You don't have to do that. You just have to take at least one set to absolute maximum intensity all the way till failure. And people are too scared to do that, and that's why they plateau, and that's why they're lifelong intermediates. I have an entire lesson on intensity in the gym that's located inside of my aesthetic body program. If you want to check that out, top link is in my description.